Teacher, I wrote this song for you, to thank you for every smile. I know you had a lot to do. I'm glad that you paused a while. You took time to listen and to hear, to laugh and just be there. I heard that lesson loud and clear. I mattered to you, you cared. 'Cause when you reach out and you touch me with your heart, and you hold what I'm becoming in your hands, and though you're with me just a while today, you hold tomorrow's smile in your hands, in your hands, in your hands. I wrote this song for you. Melody, words and rhyme, lessons you taught me yesterday have disappeared into time. But teacher, I never will forget a look gave to me. I saw reflected in your eyes the somebody I could be. 'Cause when you reach out and you touch me with your heart, and you hold what I'm becoming in your hands, I know you're with me just a while today. Oh, tomorrow's smile in your hands, in your hands. 'Cause when you reach out and you touch me with your heart, and you hold what I'm becoming in your hands, I know you're with me just a while today. You hold tomorrow's smile in your hands, in your hands, in your hands.
Welcome back to segment 3 of the New Year's Teachers Information. And we left off with the noontime tutoring, and now we go on to the down off list. And this is mainly for our athletes and co-curricular participants. And the first thing is that if students are in jeopardy of failing or are failing a class, they need to be referred to by the instructor as being either down or off. And the first step is the downs list. And so this is for all of our athletes, and this is required for our teachers, and this is a tier 1 intervention. And for the first time that they're referred, they're on the downs list, which means that they are still eligible to participate in their co-curricular or athletic activity, but they have a warning that they need to get things caught up in a week. If they don't get things caught up in a week, the teacher again puts them on the downs off list, and this time they are off for a week. And so they have the rest of that week that they're off, and by the end of that week they need to get things caught up, and if not, they're referred again and they're off another week. And both the coaches and the students' parents are notified when they're either on the down or off list. So, student activities and field trips, classroom or activity field trips, we need to have permission slips that are sent out, which you can find on our online forums, or in the information is also, I guess, in the Maroon book. And So if you go on a field trip, you need to hand out permission slips that go to the students. And teachers don't see these, but it goes to the students, and parents need to get their signatures on those permission slips, and the student needs to return it back to the teacher before they can go on a field trip. My recommendation is to keep those forms for a week to 2 weeks in case there's any question about the field trip or a parent giving permission, those kind of questions. So then after a week or 2 weeks, then you can throw the permission slips away. List of students are turned in by you that is organizing the field trip. That is an online form. The students are on that list for that request, and that automatically goes to Sharon and myself, and I approve it. Then Sharon will send it out as far as an Outlook, and that'll go out to all the teachers, and if we can narrow it down to just those teachers involved, we will do that as best as we can, so that you're not just getting a whole bunch of emails about things that really don't pertain to you. What I would recommend is, once you use the field trip form, is just to pull it over and put it on your desktop. And especially if you go on a number of field trips, it's probably easy to just have it on your desktop so you can pull it up right away. If you have special situations that's going on in your classroom, or you're moving your classroom to one room or the other, it's good to either send a quick email or call Terry or Sharon, so that, let's say that you're moving it to the media center for some reason. So send them an email, I'm moving my American history class to the media center, block B. That way, if they get any questions or whatever, or need to reach a student or that type of thing, they know where to reach you or where to get a hold of that student. Guest speakers, it's good to notify Sharon and Terry ahead, because sometimes they just show up and they don't have a clue why they're here or that type of thing. So it's good to let them know ahead of time so that they can be prepared to direct them. And then another thing might be is that you're going to the cafeteria to do some exercise in the cafeteria. It's good to let Sharon know as well, or Terry, in regards to moving to the cafeteria. Teacher webpage, you need to keep the webpage up to date, and all of your teacher web pages need to be up to date for the next week, no later than 8 a.m. on Monday of that week. And for some reason, if we have a shortened week, so let's say that there's no Monday, then it simply moves to Tuesday 8 a.m. for that week. So it's very important that we keep them up, and so that parents can rely on the web pages. Student late work policy. We have a procedures and guidelines for late work. And first of all, students shall not receive a 0 unless they fail to either complete the assignment at all or do not complete the assignment within the teacher's deadline. That final deadline for teacher's deadline is considered 2 weeks after the posting due date. So if the students do complete the homework and turn it in, that within that 2 weeks after the posted deadline due date, they will still get 50%. Also, if you accept the homework, they should get 50%. If you don't accept it and say that they still need to complete more of it, then you turn it back to them, and if they turn it back within that 2 weeks, they still get 50%. Regarding the 50%, now teachers can determine if they give higher than 50%. Also, it's up to the teacher to decide if they want to go just that 2 weeks or longer than the 2 weeks as far as students turning in their work. So again, there's still some flexibility as far as the individual teachers regarding the homework policy, procedures and guidelines here. Electronic gradebook. Grades should be posted within 1 week after the assignment or assessment is due. Tests or quizzes, they need to be posted within 1 week. And most of our teachers post grades the next day. They know that the students want to get that information. They want to know how they've done. And basically, grade books should be updated weekly. So every week there should be an update with your grade book. SST time will be for grades 9 through 12 on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. It will not be for 7th and 8th grade on those days. We're trying to lengthen the class periods on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the 7th and 8th grade. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, SST will be for all students, 7 through 12, but it'll be at the beginning of the school day for about 30-35 minutes. Half the staff will be monitoring the students on Tuesday. The other half of the staff will be monitoring the students on Thursday. And those staff members that are freed up on Tuesday will have professional development time. Those staffs that are freed up on Thursday will have professional development time. During SST, this is for students to work independently. They are to be working, studying, or reading on their own. They should not be wasting time. They should not be working in groups. Locker passes and media center passes are not allowed. Students should get their books online if they don't have a book at that time, and that would be a great time to go online and look for a book. On Wednesdays is our days that we are planning on students to be able to have their meetings, or teachers being able to have meetings with students. On rare occasions, we'll go outside of the Wednesdays. Leadership team, our intent is for them to still meet bi-weekly, and we want our staff members on the leadership team to be connected with the staff members throughout the building, and each staff member, leadership team member will have a certain number of staff that they're responsible for, and they should be getting discussion items prior to the high school leadership team and then following back with you after if you put in a request. Leadership team members are Nora Getke, Janet Bren, Lindsay Olson, Kirsten Johnson, Brian Baum, Stacy Fritz, Sharon Manahan, Jeff DeBoer, and myself. We are continuing on with our one-to-one deployment efforts, and our Bring Your Own Device is our next step. 9th graders will be required to have their own device. And just a reminder, teachers are still in charge of any device usage in their classroom. So just because they all have a one-to-one device doesn't give them free rein to use it anytime. So teachers are in charge. 9 through 12 can use cell phones during passing time and lunch, but teachers can also allow 9th through 12th graders to use their own device or cell phone in their classroom if they so choose. 7th and 8th grade, there should be no cell phone usage between 8:10 and 3:10, but again, teachers can allow their use of their device or cell phone for 7th and 8th grade in their classroom if they so choose. First day of school, we have a homeroom schedule that all the students should be going to their respective homerooms, and that's going to be for about 5 minutes. And so they'll stay in their respective homes till 8:15, so from 8:10 to 8:15 they'll be getting information and handouts and checking to see if they have their schedule. Please don't let them leave early, and give them a few minutes to visit and talk if you need to. And then at 8:15 we will excuse them to go on to their next class. So at this time, again, I'd like to welcome everybody back to a great school year. Have a great year at CHS.